We are starting off the season right with everybody's favorite, a good old back-to-back. Welcome to From Center Ice. My name is Courtney, and the regular season has officially begun for the Toronto Maple Leafs. They took on the Montreal Canadiens last night, and they are back in action tonight against the Ottawa Senators. So this is going to be a pretty quick video since we all have to get back in front of our TVs to watch the Leafs take on the Sens. If I had to sum up last night's Leafs-Habs game in one sentence, it would be Jack Campbell is a god. So let's go over the 3 questions I had for that game to talk about how it went down. Question number 1. Can they shake off the power play curse and get that going early? I'm not so sure I would jump to say that they have shaken off the power play curse completely, but the Maple Leafs did score a power play goal last night. So that is great news. Question number 2. Can the Leafs shut down their playoff demons for one night and beat the Montreal Canadiens? Yes! They did! They won 2-1. If only they could have won a couple of those 1-goal games to end the playoff series last year, that would have been nice. But that is behind us now. We have to move on to the 2021-22 season, and the Maple Leafs kicked it off by beating the Montreal Canadiens. Question number 3. Will John Tavares score a goal in game number 1? No, unfortunately, the captain did not score a goal in the first game of the regular season, but he looked pretty good out there. He was involved in the plays. He doesn't look like he's lost a step in his skating, and I must say, much like with the Blackhawks, it is just very great to see the captain back out on the ice. But since he didn't score a goal, let's talk about the guys who did score goals last night. 7 minutes and 22 seconds into the first period, into the Maple Leafs zone come Josh Anderson and Jonathan Drouin. Anderson has the puck. Justin Holl pretends he's tying his shoe or something. He was trying to block the pass, but he very much did not do that, and Josh Anderson got the puck right on over to Jonathan Drouin with a perfect pass, and Drouin did not miss. He put the puck past Jack Campbell. And the Maple Leafs were down 1-0, and you just felt that coming because I don't know where the Leafs were, but they were not playing for those first few minutes of the first period. Well, Jack Campbell was playing. His team in front of him was very much not playing, but oh my god, what a start to that game for Jack Campbell. It's the first time he started the first game of a season, and wow. We all know he's great. He had a fantastic year last year, and it's just impossible to root against the guy because he seems like the nicest human on planet Earth. But he carried over that fantastic play from last season and the playoffs last year into game number 1, and he was just absolutely stoning the Montreal Canadiens. But that perfect pass from Josh Anderson getting that puck to Drouin putting the puck past Campbell, it did break the ice for the game that was the only goal that Montreal scored last night, and it's impossible to be mad about it. If you recall, Jonathan Drouin took a personal leave of absence from the Montreal Canadiens last season. He took time away from the team to take care of himself and his mental health, but now he is back. He scored a goal in his first regular season game back, and you just have to be happy for him. Seeing him get that first goal, seeing him smiling on the bench, some things are just more important than hockey, and I am just very glad for him and his family that he is able to come back and play the game that he loves. And score a nice goal! So Montreal dominated the first half of that first period, but after Drouin scored, things settled down a bit. Maybe the Maple Leafs realized that they were playing a hockey game. Oh, maybe we should help out our goaltender. Imagine that. And 10 minutes and 12 seconds into the first period, on the power play, the guy who everybody assumed would score the first goal of the season for the Maple Leafs did just that. Pierre Engvall with a nice play on the goal. He had the puck around the top of the circle, did a nice little fake play, and then just ripped that shot past Jake Allen. It was pretty. I enjoyed watching it. I enjoyed watching the replay. That was a nice goal for Mr. Pierre Engvall. And it got the Maple Leafs a power play goal, which they very much needed to do. And it tied the game. The first period ended 1-1 thanks to Jack Campbell, and if you are on the Montreal side, thanks to Jake Allen. Both goaltenders had a fantastic game last night. That loss for the Habs is certainly not on Jake Allen. That loss was delivered to them by the one and only William Nylander. After 0 scoring in the second period, Willie had had enough of that tie game, and 1 minute and 6 seconds into the third period. Here he comes down the right wing boards. He himself goes for a neat little fake out shot. He pretends like he's going for the slap shot, switches it up, sends a wrister above Jake Allen's glove, and it's a beauty. William Nylander was one of the best Maple Leafs in the playoffs last year. He carried that into game 1 last night, along with his buddy Jack Campbell. And that, my friends, is how the game ended. 2-1 in favor of the Maple Leafs. It is so beautiful to see a Maple Leafs win so early in the season. The Blackhawks certainly didn't do that last night. But we have to push that game aside very quickly because, like I said, they are back in action tonight against the Ottawa Senators. Brady Tkachuk did sign an extension with the Sens today, but he is not available to play for them tonight. So here are my 3 questions for Game 2 tonight against the Ottawa Senators. Question 1. Can the Maple Leafs start the game on time? No more of this being completely dominated in the first 10 minutes of a game. Jack Campbell had to be god tier to keep the Montreal Canadiens off the board until Jonathan Drouin scored. Yes, he is amazing. Yes, Peter Mrazek is a very good goaltender. He will be in net tonight. But you cannot expect your goalies to do that every single night. So the Maple Leafs need to show up for puck drop tonight. Will they do that? I guess we shall see. Question 2. Will Peter Mrazek have a great first game of the season? Going off of that last one, if the Maple Leafs start like they did last night, he's going to have a great first game if they want to come away with the win tonight. But Jack Campbell certainly showed what he can do last night. Will Peter Mrazek show up and do the same thing tonight? We know he is a very good goaltender. And it's possible that somewhere down the line they could be battling for the starting position. I'm not saying Jack Campbell's game is going to fall off, but stranger things have happened. You never know. That's why they brought in a goaltender like Peter Mrazek. So here's to hoping that he, much like his goaltending partner, starts the season off right for himself and comes out with a fantastic game number 1 in game number 2. Question 3. Will the Maple Leafs score another power play goal? I know I asked for game number 1 if they would get the power play going, and they did score a goal, but with how bad it was to end last year, it is very important that they keep scoring on the power play to get that confidence. Because the Leafs have a bunch of fantastic offensive players, if their goaltender has an off night, they have the ability to outscore their opponent, but it certainly helps if they can do that on the power play. So, do they take the good feelings from scoring one last night and score another one tonight? Let's hope so. So those are my 3 questions for tonight's game against the Ottawa Senators. Do you have any questions for tonight's game or for this team as a whole? Please let me know and leave them in the comments. I would love to read them. If you want to hear more from me or from Center Ice, head on over to FromCenterIce.com. You can find links to all the places where you can find us over there. But if you are more of a social media person, you can follow us on all of the platforms. Those are all linked for you in the description down below. And if you're not subscribed to this channel yet, please go ahead and do that and give this video a like because that would make me very happy. All of that being said, thank you so very much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Let's hope for another good game tonight, and I will catch you all after the next one. Bye, guys.